By now, most candidates have heard they need self reflection in their MBA essays. Unfortunately, many think self reflection means sitting around thinking big thoughts about who you are, which usually leads to lofty labels. You know the ones. I'm a resilient leader. I'm deeply empathetic. I'm driven by impact. These sound impressive, but they aren't self reflection. They're just polished conclusions. And while the sentiment in them might be admirable and even true, they're also terribly cliched. Real self reflection is much simpler and much more practical. It's looking at a specific moment in your life or work, noticing how you reacted or what decisions you made, and understanding what that moment revealed about you. Most candidates skip that step and jump straight to labels like I learned resilience, I became more empathetic, or I developed leadership skills. Once again, these aren't reflections, they're conclusions. Here's what actual self reflection sounds like. A candidate might say to me, I learned resilience as a founder. And to that, I'll ask, what did that look like? What actually happened? Real self reflection then goes like this. When my startup missed payroll for the first time, I froze. The fear of telling my team was overwhelming. The moment I walked into that room and said, here's what happened and here's the plan, I realized resilience wasn't toughness, it was honesty under pressure. That's self reflection. A real moment, a real reaction, and a real understanding of what it taught you. Let me give you one more example. It's a very common one. A candidate might say, I became more adaptable working across cultures. Again, that's not self reflection, it's simply another label. Real self reflection would be during a project in Japan, a client said, you're moving too fast. I thought that was a compliment until I saw their discomfort. That moment forced me to slow down and adapt my pace. It changed how I collaborate across cultures. Now, I want to acknowledge one thing. Self reflection is difficult, and that level of self reflection that I just showed you doesn't happen by accident. It's hard to do it on your own if you don't have anyone pushing you, asking follow up questions, or challenging your assumptions. That's why most people default to labels. It's easier than digging. But here's the good news you can use AI to guide your self reflection in a way that's simple, practical, and still entirely authentic. Here are three things to do. First, give the AI your raw material, your resume, your career timeline, little memories, unfinished vignettes. And this part is really important. Don't start with, help me write my essay. Start with, I'm trying to find the most important moments in my story and explore them. What questions should I be asking myself to do that well? Stay with that for a moment. That single question can open up more clarity than 10 hours of staring at a blank page. I'll repeat the question because it's that powerful. What questions should I be asking myself in order to understand my experience? That's the doorway to self reflection. It gets the AI off essay writing mode and puts it into thinking partner mode, where it can guide you toward meaning instead of giving you prepackaged answers. If you use AI this way, it won't write your essays, it will help you think, which is the whole point of self reflection. Now, if this video was helpful to you, you know what I'm going to ask. Hit like so that some other MBA hopeful can find it and learn from it. And then hit subscribe too, because next week I'm going to give you even more ways to use AI well, both for your self reflection, but also for the articulation that ends up going into your MBA essays.